All right. So today we are going to revisit the story Clark the Shark. And while we look at some of those pages and we talk about it, we're going to pay attention to the characters in this story. Now, when I say pay attention to the characters, I could be talking about many things, like how the characters look, how they acted, what they said. So, we're going to compare how Clark the shark was at the beginning of our story and the end. So, if you remember at the beginning of the story, Clark was very loud and he was always excited about everything he was doing. And he loved his life and he was excited about school and but he played too rough, right? He was always eating people's lunches and playing rough, and everybody kind of stopped wanting to play with him because they said he was being too loud or playing too hard or that he was just too wild. And then one day, his teacher gave him a very important lesson about a very important rule is to stay cool and that there's a time and a place to act excited and a time and a place to stay cool. Because remember, after he realized everybody didn't want to play with him, he got sad and he didn't understand why. And then he struggled to remember the rule of staying cool. So then he thought he could make a rhyme every time he forgot, and maybe that would help. And it ended up helping him. And then every time he wanted to talk too loud or play too rough or get too excited, he would remind himself of his rhymes, and it worked. And then towards the end, he started making all of his friends come back and play with him, and he actually helped out the new kid. So, on the little drawing or the little activity you're going to be doing, you're going to draw a picture of how Clark acted in the beginning of the story and then how he acted in the end. Because when we pay attention to the way a character acts in the story and the way they act in the beginning and the way they act in the end, and we compare the two, it helps us better understand the story itself.